Do you know such a place in the world? There is an invisible wall. You can tell the invisible wall which animal, birds or fish cannot cross. It seems unbelievable, but not so. Believe it is true, yes, yours. Today I will take you to a mysterious island where there is this invisible boundary wall the invisible line is nature itself. This boundary is formed by a mysterious wall. The Bali and Lombok islands in Indonesia, sometimes these lines run past each other. But this is for the animals of these two regions, boundaries can never be crossed. Only a distance of 35 kilometers. Still, these two animals of the region move from one side to the other. Can't. Yes, there is an invisible force. There is no animal to come here or move. Doesn't let go. That is, this invisible wall do not allow crossing. Explain how it's saying between the islands of Bali and Lombok, on one side there is a type of animal, bird and the fish. And on the other hand, it is completely different. Animals include birds and fish. When you understand when you reach Lombok from Bali, you can see everything as far as you have seen changed in an instant. Yes, if you go from Bali to Lombok, you are whole. You will see the environment itself become different. And this mysterious border is the strangest thing. It is not just any animal, other than a human or fish to cross. Not even a bird can fly. You must be thinking that this 35 kilometers away, what are the animals that move from one side to the other? Can't, really. Behind this border, there is an invisible force that invisible to everyone separates entire environments from each other. The secret of this invisible wall is kept to know we have to go back 150 years. And how and why it was created, why is it possible? Let's go back in time 150 years. A British researcher, Alfred Russel Wallace, discovered this mysterious line, did he? He did not know that this was his discovery will one day surprise the whole world. In fact, Wallace's life was very dramatic. In an ordinary family in England, born Alfred from childhood. He was interested in studies, but family poverty, his father left him to study who was also a cartographer, i.e. a cartographer, to travel with him forced. But this was the decision and the most important in his life and for our world too. He started traveling to places where he get familiar with the natural environment and a variety of plants, animals and insects he started collecting. Like this in 1854, Lombok is 35 kilometers away by one-day boat, moved to the island, and after reaching there, he realized something for the first time. An unusual thing is happening here. He sees animals that he has never seen before. A Komodo dragon, a kangaroo, or a koala. These animals are all such strange animals. Where did they come from? Why are they sand or not on other islands? Wallace and his companions were quite surprised. Here his big question came up. Why is this so many strange animals live on the island? Something he sensed that a force was at work. But this mysterious situation made him think, but the solution will come some more time, takes time. And during that time, he was like that he is afflicted with a strange disease, forced to rest in one place. And this mysterious line during his rest, about the first one in his mind, a great idea came. And this idea was his on the way to making the world unforgettable first step. Alicia is at her rest, a strange thought came to his mind. He understood what was happening here was not a common thing. Bali and Lombok Island, the diversity in animals, birds and fish is not a common thing to have. Something a great invisible force separates them. Kept, but what is that power? In Wallace's mind the commotion started. Three questions in his mind were wandering. Why these two island animals socialize with each other? Doesn't it? Secondly, why are birds also invisible, can't cross the limit? And thirdly, why are the fish so different? A time Wallace thought something mysterious matters are happening, and he observed them. He created a theory. With Wallace he said, Bali and Lombok Dweep were once associated with each other. Long ago when the world was completely different, then Asia and the continent of Australia were together. But as the Earth's temperature rises and the sea level rises, these two continents continue to drift apart and separate. According to Wallace's theory, that animals that live in Bali are animals of Asia, like elephants, tigers and many species of animals. And those who are perpendicular are Australian animals living on the island, such as kangaroos, koalas and Komodo dragons. And these animals are with each other, cannot mix, because they are millions of years ago already separated.
when one from the world continents break up, creating new islands and oceans, was done. This theory is only at that time. Animal diversity alone does not explain. Rather, the world from a scientific point of view changes our perception. Although that after many years of time, we are now in science, goodness knows that our world was never the same. It's an ongoing planet, where continental plates are slow through tectonics.